Anyway, let's get it going.
What is going on, everyone?
We're back, bitches.
With
Let's
the Pound
go.
Slash Marvel Media
Pound and
Podcast.
Slash. I'm Pound.
I'm Slash.
Yeah, we in there. Let's go.
I meant to have this pulled up.
Yeah, because he failed.
I'm pulling up my Disney Plus so I can see what the name of the episode was.
Look, every time we do this shit, he's like, yo,
I failed miserably.
what's the title? I'm like, yo, I don't know.
If you guys haven't seen it, Werewolf by Night was really good.
Yes.
And we talked about that in the last episode.
Go watch that now. Like, what are you doing? Look at us. Watch that shit.
All right. So today we are going to cover news
Yes.
and talk about episode 8 of She-Hulk, which is the preseason finale. And it's called Ribbit and Rip It.
that title. Rip it.
And it was such a good episode.
But it was a good episode. That title's just weird, but it's a good episode. Like for real. And it starts off good too. Really
so
good.
we're gonna start off with Ralphus.
Yeah, Ralphus
giving us the news.
Yes. Oh shoot! If I don't drop my phone, because if I drop my phone, we will have no more news, and I will cry.
Yeah, I ain't paying for your phone if you drop it.
Please pay for my phone. I'll be your best friend forever. And I mean, I love your friend, but I'll be your best friend.
Read the goddamn news.
That's Vin Diesel has claimed that Marvel Studios wants to make a Planet X #group movie. So that. Like I guess he's been claiming that's happening. So he wants an interest involvement in that. Like
we haven't heard anything from Disney itself.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure he wants to continue being Groot because he gets a nice little pay for just saying I am Groot all the time.
Right. Because he even said Diesel curiously ended with, "No wonder Marvel wants to make the Planet X movie," basically hinting about the whole thing. He said maybe they want to throw in maybe a Planet Groot movie. I'm like, I mean, we already had that I Am Groot little mini TV show. We don't have to really expand on that much. I mean, it served its purpose. I get it. Vin Diesel's like, hey, I can't be Dom Toretto no more.
Even though he's like, I need the next
next thing
10 movie.
But you know what though? He's making every time he talks. How much are they paying? That's why we should go into voice acting. How much are they paying these people, man? Like, damn, just. He's only saying three. Right, I am Groot. He said I am Groot in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, what the man? Like, let's just say 3 words and that's it. But they were talks about that. Somebody said, how about we dial it back a little in the excessive project output in Phase 7 and beyond? Focus on high demand stuff. We do need a group movie though. How do you gonna say this shit and then turn around and say, but we do need that group movie though? I'm like, wait.
No, we don't.
Wait, no, we
No, we don't.
He said, we gotta dial it back. We got too many projects coming out, but we need that group though. We do need it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like what? Anyway. Next thing we also got. Ooh, this is the exclusive Werewolf by Night. Get that right. Brian, the producer Brian Gay has addressed how the Bloodstone is different from the Infinity Stones. Because some people were suggesting that, even in here on Twitter, they were like, "Is that like the Infinity Stone?" But it's not.
No.
It's up there, but it's its own thing though. It is powerful, but it's not like the Gauntlet or the Stones. No, some people basically had to explain why. No, that they're not saying like this is cosmic, really, because this thing is cosmic also, isn't it? Like the Bloodstone? No, so okay. Huh. I thought it'd be like out there too, like just like one of those little trinkets that they found. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to touch it.
Right. All right. Other bit of news we also got is that. Wait, do you have any news before I keep continuing? No, you never do.
I sometimes do.
Yeah, you do. You're right.
I have the last couple ones we did. I just don't have any this time.
Oh, okay. I guess Disney Plus has updated their official timeline, where by Night came after Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay, that doesn't matter because that has nothing to do with.
Do with the whole thing. They just want
nothing to do with
Disney Plus. Just wants to. Hey, I feel like Disney Plus to me. I think that's my little small mini complaint. Disney Plus is like, hey, yo, guys, we're gonna make sure this timeline is somewhat correct. I'm like, but it does not do. It doesn't matter. It comes after Lord Love and Thunder. They're not even connected. It doesn't matter. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, motherfucker. We're gonna make it work. No shit. Let's see. What else we got? Let's see. Anything else? Is that everything? Was that much?
Is that all you got for news?
Well, besides the Madam Web, and they're saying that the first look at the Sony villain, which I didn't know they had a villain in here. There's a villain. There's a fucking villain.
Well, yeah, there's gonna be a villain in fucking.
What the fuck?
You can't have a superhero movie without one.
Tell that to Venom.
You got a villain?
Yeah, you're right. They did have a villain.
I'm just saying. The only Marvel thing that doesn't seem to have had really a villain at all has been She-Hulk up until recently.
Ooh, here's something. Okay, I got some. Will Smith's son is considering taking a Marvel role.
Oh God.
And they're expecting him to be. They say either he might, supposedly, in air quotes, he may show up in Daredevil Born Again, or he may show up in Armor Wars. But the role, they want him to be in a role, and he's like, he'll be honored to take it.
We'll see.
What role do you want him to be? Come on, let's go.
I don't have any for it.
You lying through your teeth. Go give him some roles, man.
No, his dad's too busy slapping people. Fuck that.
With the backhands of justice. What is this? Netflix has rejected an MCU-inspired pitch for several Thor: Love and Thunder spin-off series, reportedly freaked out the Tolkien estate. So Netflix has rejected MCU pitch,
Let me see.
Yeah. So it looks like Netflix rejected some pitch spin-offs for hashtag Lower Thunder series.
No, you can't read for.
Hell no, I can't.
Netflix rejected MCU-inspired pitch for several Lord of the Rings spin-off series, reportedly freaked out Tolkien escape. Said nothing to do
The Love
with
and
Thor:
Thunder.
Love and Thunder. It's Lord of the Rings. And Netflix doesn't want to do Lord of the Rings spin-off series. That has nothing to do with Marvel.
And then hands the phone right back to the guy who made this fuck up this whole thing. Oh, I'm burping. Hold up. Oh, that's that pizza. Believe it or not, guys, I'm actually very sleepy. I'm very tired. Yeah.
You could have came up earlier. Just saying.
And deal with your rampage? Hell no.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I think that might be it, bro. I don't see anything else. I don't see anything else, man.
Ralph has failed in the news department.
Oh, no. Jacob Bolton, who played, I forgot what's this dude's name? Ned. There it is. He's not really hoping for a Marvel Studios and Sony to make a Spider-Man 4.
He doesn't want to do it?
Yeah, he's not really hoping for a Marvel Studios and Sony to make a Spider-Man 4. We're all doing our own thing. So basically, what this story is, yep, that's what it said. Spider-Man 4, why Jacob Bolton isn't hopeful for the role in the fourth movie. Because for his role, at least. He doesn't want to come back. Because he's been doing other movies since... It's funny because Spider-Man got him his big role, but since then, he's been doing other shit that everybody's been doing. So, he said that... I'm not hoping for it. He says, I feel like the actors are the last people to know. I think that people assume that actors are always hiding secrets. I promise you, we don't know anything. But again, if it's the right place at the right time with the right group of people that we've been with, I would have said, why not? But other than that, whatever happens, happens. Really. Those decisions are up to the big bosses. The people who signed the checks. We're open to the idea, but we're not hoping for it. So, and he says, honestly, I don't really put too much thought into that. I feel like we're all really moving in ways where we're not really hoping for it to happen. Not that it's bad. I just feel like we're not really anticipating another movie. I just feel like we're all doing our own thing. But again, whatever happens, happens. Somebody even said, when will the Spider-Man 4 start development? And he even got a sci-fi series called The Renegade, Reginald the Vampire. So he's actually saying he don't want if they do make a Spider-Man 4, either if it does happen, it happens, but if not, he doesn't care. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. How would you feel about that situation, man? That, what if they don't make another Spider-Man? Which they are going to make one.
Will.
Yeah, but he's saying that it's either they make one or they make one without his character. How do you feel about Ned not coming back? Because isn't that supposed to be one of his villains that they've been trying to harp on for like ever and ever and ever and ever?
I don't know if he's actually going to become the Hobgoblin like everyone hopes, but
I thought that's what they were going for, which was the Hobgoblin situation, but it sounds like he's just doing his own thing.
If he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to
That's
do
what
it.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking he just doesn't want to do it. But he's trying to word it where it's like, well, Spider-Man 4 may not happen. I'm like, bro, Spider-Man 4 has happened. Bro, they'll make Spider-Man 10,000 out this bitch. It just may take 50 years before we get that motherfucker. But, yeah, it seems like if he doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't want to do it. Like, we'll totally understand that. Like, even people are saying here, they're saying, somebody said, in that case, make it without... Somebody just said it, like what you just said. In that case, make it without him. To be honest, Zendaya doesn't really have to be in it either. Right, Zendaya doesn't have to be in it. Zendaya... None of these... Bro, he can start fresh with a... And he can bring out that one chick that, He got 50 fucking chicks. Goddamn, there's so many goddamn chicks with this dude. I don't know. He can bring one of his chicks back. You can do Black Cat. You can actually do Black Cat. I wouldn't actually mind seeing that. Like, you can actually really get Felicity Jones now in the MCU. Start fresh. Maybe the first villain can actually be Black Cat before we move on to like a bigger villain, which is Green Goblin. Like, you can start fresh, literally brand spanking new. Like he said, the way No Way Home ended, it started the next chapter in Peter's life, introduced Harry Osborn. You can even introduce Gwen Stacy if you want. It gave MCU's Gwen Stacy and all that. So, other than that, let me see. Let's see. I think... Let's see. Ooh. Sony has reportedly hired director Okay. They have... El Muerto has a director now, pretty much. So, that's still happening. Yay.
Right. I got some news.
You got some news?
I got some news.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves has come out and said that he would want to play as Ghost Rider if he was to be cast in the MCU. I don't want that.
I was gonna say, what do you want, bro?
Not that. And then, this is the only other piece of news I'm going to be looking for. Where did it go? T.J. Miller, who played Weasel.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You don't like him.
In Deadpool's 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Does not want to be in Deadpool
3. And the reason why that is because they don't like each other no more.
No, apparently during the last day of filming Deadpool 2, they were doing a scene, and he got off. T.J. Miller had gotten off stage, and for whatever reason, Ryan Reynolds was
he kind of
talking shit about him.
Yeah, he snapped on him. That's why,
and they kind of, I guess, got into it.
Yep. Which is so odd. The chemistry worked together, but then I don't know, like if you noticed, that's why I think they were kind of spread apart in a way. I mean, they came back to the final ending. Was he at the final end of the movie? No, he wasn't. I don't think he was. Shit.
But
So yeah.
Yeah. So he says it now. He may come back anyways if Marvel pays him enough. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, dude. Okay, so I guess he had made some sort of comment about Ryan during Hot Ones, talking about how he was so good looking. It's a good thing he keeps his mask on,
right,
for comedy reasons or whatever he'd said.
I mean, because T.J. Miller is a comedic actor, so yeah. Like, and I guess Ryan would probably take that too likely. Oh shit! Well, damn, Ryan, don't get in your fifis, man. It's just TJ. It's like bringing Iglesias there. It's like you're bringing a comedic person. You already knew what you're gonna get.
It honestly reminds me, in a way, of the stupid feud that has come up between Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson.
You know what's funny? Vin Diesel has came and said, he even apologized and said, hey, come back to this next Fast and Furious. And I'm like, he has even responded to him like, bro, I swear, it's just, I want to see that again. I would like to see Vin Diesel and The Rock come back, but I know that'll never happen. They hate each other. Well, Rock still has no. I don't say the hate because these are bare hash, but Rock is like, it's like I don't know. He got gripe with him or something. Like Jesus, do you want to come out and publicly do like Ezra Miller and say I'm sorry or some shit like
Right.
Because Jesus, man, y'all both superheroes. Do some shit.
Right.
But I think that's it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. They thought, well, the new suit, of course, for Wakanda. Wakanda Forever's new trailer dropped. I mean, which, you know, I know that got taken out by, you know, what Werewolf by Night and all that, but, you know, we got her new suit. But, yeah, I think that is...
All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're going to
it.
jump in to our review of episode 8, Ribbit and Ribbit of She-Hulk.
That
And
title.
straight out the gate, I'm going to tell you guys now, this is the best episode of the series so far.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it was so great to have this episode because I remember after doing our review last week of last week's episode, we were just kind of like, it was there. It exists.
But this one,
it
yeah, it was just there.
wasn't great. But this one was
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah, I got to give it.
Um,
So far, two good hits for Marvel this time around. I give it its props.
so basically, to give you guys a rundown of the story that happens in this, I'm going to try and make this go by as quick as possible. Jennifer is put on a case where she's representing this guy that goes by Frogman.
Or was it Rip
the
Man?
Leaper or
The
something
Leaper?
like that. It's supposed to be.
It's so close to like what a frog.
It's rumored that it's Frogman's son
Right.
in the Marvel universe.
Because he does something stupid.
But his legs caught on fire from the suit usage, and he wanted to sue the guy that made the suit, which is the same guy that makes the suits for Jennifer.
I ain't gonna lie.
Jessica?
I think when I saw the same guy, I said, "Ha, that's what you get. You about to get sued, bitch." he had it coming.
But yeah, so She-Hulk doesn't want to represent him because she doesn't want to go against
So
the guy
mad.
that makes her suit.
Motherfucker.
But she has to do it. She's
Right.
pretty much told she has to do it. So
And they literally
because
said
this
it.
guy's dad heavily uses the firm, and so the guy that runs the firm is like, we have to cover it, and I've got nobody else that can do it but you, so you're gonna do it, and so she does.
It's kind of weird though, because you couldn't find nobody else. But all right.
She goes to the guy that makes her suit, and that guy and tells her what's going on. They get into an argument
They did.
because he immediately sees it as her betraying him, but it's not like she had any option.
Right. You gave him a defaulted suit, bruh. Like.
And so then they go to court, and
Right.
this is when it starts off with She-Hulk and her client, and then just the guy.
Right.
And she's like, "There's no way he's defending himself." And then all of a sudden, the court doors open up,
And that camera
and
zoomed
the camera
in.
zooms in.
Zoom right into the Raspberry come out of nowhere.
It's Matt Murdock. That's
I was like,
representing him.
yes,
I was like,
finally,
"That's
let's
dope.
go.
That's dope."
They gave him his own time too. I love it, man.
So they get into a legal back and forth.
Yeah.
At which point, the guy, the frog guy, fucks up.
Yeah.
And says that he used a certain kind of fuel that was not regulated in terms of to be used with that.
And see,
suit.
they probably could have won that case if he did not say really anything. But then when he said that, I said, well, that's it then. Gang.
Right.
Yeah, you lost, homie. Because that's not his shit.
So,
That's it.
they pretty much lose.
On site, yeah, that's a loss, homie. Yeah.
At that point,
I would have thrown him into the window.
Matt Murdock meets up with She-Hulk
Right.
in a bar, and they have a conversation where Matt Murdock's like, "You kind of have the chance to be the best of both worlds."
I like his speech. Hey,
He's like, he's like, you get to be She-Hulk to protect people that the law can't, and then as a human, you get to protect people that the law won't.
I like that. Charlie Cox, man, just kills that role, man.
And it made her feel good.
Right.
So he gets a call. He has to leave the bar.
Right.
And she's like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna, I guess I'll go home." And then she gets a call.
Right.
From the frog dude.
It's
saying,
all
"Hey,
happening all at once.
Somebody's chasing me down. I need your help."
Yo, I was
trying
like,
to hurt me.
yo, when I saw that shit, I was like, the Daredevil literally just, I gotta go. Immediately ran out of ran after that motherfucker. He's like, I gotta go. Bye, bitch. I gotta go. I'm like, oh, wow. Did he put on his Super Saiyan jets?
So
he put on the burners. Is he the Flash? God damn.
She puts on her She-Hulk outfit.
I guess so, which we finally seen. Yep,
the
first time. Finally see for the first time what she had what she was wearing. Yep.
And she goes out there to help this dude, and it turns out it's Daredevil chasing him.
Yeah. It's just, bro, and the way he was dodging her.
We get into a fight between She-Hulk and Daredevil, which is actually a really good fight. Now,
yes.
First and foremost, one of the things that I love, and I'm going to harp on this because I hate you Twitter people.
Yeah.
Is he comes in being the most comic accurate he's been.
Right. He
has the old school comic, and yes, it's an ugly suit. I will 100%.
Because I remember us reading the first Daredevil issues before we stopped. He was in that yellow attire, so yes, that is the original attire before he got the red costume.
It is an ugly suit.
It's supposed to be,
but right. I'm glad he's got it because it's comic accurate.
It's comic accurate,
and he's doing all the acrobatic shit that he does in the comics. He's doing flips.
Because he's dodging her. He's dodging his shit badly.
And everybody on Twitter is so mad about this. And this is
why? Again?
This is what makes me mad. It's this type of mentality. People that will sit there and constantly be like, I want the MCU to be more comic accurate.
But
I want it to be more comic accurate. So then Marvel turns around and gives Daredevil his original comic.
And She-Hulk is in her comic accurate thing too.
And then turns around and makes him way more acrobatic than he was in the Netflix series. And now people on Netflix are complaining because he's not as grounded in reality as he was in the Netflix series. That's how. Do you want comic accurate or do you not want comic accurate?
Because really, he's doing exactly what he did in the first two or three Daredevil issues. The most backflips, acrobat shit. Like one time, he was scaling down from the ceiling. I said, "Oh man, he is actually leapfrogging it down." Okay, wow.
So, anyways, fuck you guys.
My only gripe, I just wish he did. I wish the fight lasted long, and I wish he didn't get unmasked. And I get it, like whatever. That's the personal gripe for me. I wish they kept the fight long, and he didn't get unmasked. That's just my personal opinion. But
here's the thing: if anybody's going to unmask him, I'm glad it was She-Hulk.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of how quick that it happened, but it also makes sense.
Yeah, like I feel like later on in the line, but
no, it makes sense even happening now.
Okay.
She-Hulk's way more powerful.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, like, I wish that. Damn, I didn't like that. Damn it. All right. That was just my little personal gripe. That was personal gripe. That. And of course, I wish they kept the fight going on. Damn, but she did throw a car at his ass, though.
Yeah, she did throw a car at him.
An expensive fucking Tesla.
But I love that she pulls the mask off and realizes it's him. And she puts him down, and she's like, "What are you doing? You're a superhero? Are you pretending to be blind?" And he's like, "No, I'm really blind."
First of all, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good. Out of all the jokes, that was somewhat a good one. She gets somewhat of a good one on that one.
And he's all like, "I've legit been blind for." I just have these abilities that I basically can see things.
Because Rosario Dawson was doing that too. Like, and she's like, eyes can see?
Echolocation. He's like, echolocation.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
I see what you did there, Marvel.
So then he explains what happened. That he was chasing the frog guy because the frog guy kidnaps the costume maker and is making him make a new costume for him.
Right. It all goes back to like really a whole circle.
So her and Daredevil go toward the building together where this is all happening, and they have a conversation where they get into this playful argument back and forth. Where he's like, look, there's like 7 people in there. And she's like, how do you know there's 7? He's like, I can hear their heartbeats. She's like, oh yeah, you can hear their heartbeats. He's like, yours is beating pretty fast because she's attracted to him.
Exactly.
And
see, and then he still has the charm that he has from the fucking Netflix. That charm, like you're being fast breath.
And then he was like, all right, so I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna take them all out. And he's like, I'm gonna sneak in, I'm gonna take them all out one by one. And she's like, or I could just bust in and take them all down really quickly. And he's like, no, we're gonna do this secretively. And she's like, nah, forget that. Let's just jump in there. So they have this little debate, and he finally says, look, I'm gonna go, wait here. And he dives off the roof, and she's like, oh, that was kind of sexy.
Right, because he did like a whole swan dive off the roof. He did a Jeff Hardy. I'm like, okay, Jeff Hardy. Doing a swan dives off shit. There you go.
So then we see him go in and wreck 2 or 3 people. Like, he whoops their ass. And it's actually pretty cool how he does it.
Yes. Oh, it's super smack. It's like Assassin's Creed style.
And I actually really liked the fight scene. There's actually people complaining about it too, but I thought the fight scene was done really well.
Really? They complain about the fight scene too? Whoa, okay.
And then he gets cornered by like 4 more people, at which point She-Hulk crashes through the ceiling and takes them all out at once. And she's like, see?
Like, see? Like, it works. Sometimes you gotta have the Hulk to smash right through. That's what Cap said. Hulk smash. Just smash, bro. That's it.
So then they go in and start fucking up all the people that are protecting the Frogman. Frogman gets his suit, goes to run away, jumps out the window. He yells out his catchphrase, which is "Ribbit and Rip It." Dives out the window, and all of a sudden you hear a crunch sound and him start screaming, which means he didn't fly like he was hoping he was going to, and he broke his legs, which is fantastic.
My boy pulled a Don Cheeto moment. Ain't that a bitch?
And then
I don't work. I know you broke your legs.
And then we see the cops come, and they're carrying him away in a stretcher. The guy gets free, but Daredevil's not around. She-Hulk finds Daredevil sitting on a roof, goes up and sits next to him and talks to him, and they have another heart-to-heart conversation. They get into a joking back and forth again, where he's like, "Thank you for helping me," and she's like, "Oh no, thank you for helping me." He's like, "No, I've done this millions of times."
Right.
He's like, "You've never done this once. You helped me."
I love it.
Side note, there was a moment earlier in the episode, and I wanted to touch on this, that they actually mentioned that the Sokovia Accords have been appealed. So they're no longer in place. And I'm so glad they did this.
Yeah.
Like, there's needed to be a mention of the Sokovia
Because I was
Accords
wondering,
somewhere.
where the hell is this at here? Because, what? Because, okay, he did mention that, and that was in the court.
Right.
The Sokovia Accords got repealed. Wow.
So back to where we're at.
So we don't have that no more. Cool.
Right.
Wow. Damn.
Thank goodness. So then, poor cricket. After they have this joking back and forth, she's like, "So when's your plane back to New York?" And he's like, "Tomorrow." And she's like, "Ah." And he's like, "I mean, next time I'm in town, we can go out for dinner." And she looks at him and she's like, "Why don't we just skip all that?"
Oh God.
And the next thing we see,
and they're going right at it.
Them going into her bedroom.
Of course,
she's
right
back. She's back in the human form. You see the bottom of her legs and his legs, and the door closing. And then the next morning, she walks out to her living room, and sits down and is just super happy. And then her best friend walks in, and her best friend's like, "Some dude in a devil costume just walked out. It looked like he's taking the walk of shame." And she's like, "Uh-huh."
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, with you? Okay."
Her friend's an idiot. Gotta love the friend though.
And then she's like, "Well, we have that gala, the gala for you to go to, because she's going to be honored for being female lawyer of the year." And we get a moment where she looks at the camera, and she's like, "Wait a minute, this seems like a really good place to end this episode on, but it's not ending.
You could have.
How much more is there going to be?" And she's like, "Does this mean we're coming close to the season finale? Is this going to end with something crazy happening?" And at that point, she gets up and starts walking and following her friend, and her friend jumps out with all these tools and stuff in between her fingers, and it's also in the process of She-Hulk being all like, does that mean in the season finale we're going to get like a Red Hulk or something like that?
No.
Friend jumps out and goes, "Come on, we got to go." But the way she's got everything sticking out her fingers makes it look like Wolverine, which is pretty cool how they did that.
Right. She had the whole. I like that. I like the. Okay, this is like the way I get the fourth wall breaker. This is the perfect time. She's like, "How much is left, y'all? Like, we should be getting close to that end game right now." But she's like, "Yeah, you are."
Then we see them show up at the awards.
They
go inside. Everyone's congratulating her and thanking her and all this other stuff. Her dad and mom's there. They're super proud of her, and all this other stuff. And she gets in. They sit down. At which point, it turns out that it's not an award for even just her. A bunch of women all got awards, and it's like, "Thank you guys for being fantastic female lawyers," which is almost a slap in the face. Because
as soon as I saw the women, I said, "Oops, okay. I guess you don't win, bitch."
And she's kind of irritated.
Oh
by
no,
this,
she looks pissed.
But she's like, "I'll just go with it, whatever."
Because I said, "Ooh!" When I saw them show up and they all got the lawyer viewer, I said, "Ooh, oh dear."
And then all of a sudden, you hear a robotic voice chime in.
Yep.
And they're like, "We are the intelligentsia." We are here to let you know that She-Hulk isn't what she claims to be. And they start showing videos and phone conversations and stuff from the guy that had stolen all that information. And he apparently also took a video of them having sex and was even like, oh, and by the way, she's also a slut. And she loses her shit.
I thought she was going to burn the gala down. I was ready for it.
She punches and like pulls down the screen.
Yeah, which that's normal. Yeah, that is a normal reaction when you see something. Like I heard people were ranting on that too, and I'm like, bro, so you mean telling me if all your bits was out, man or female, anybody, you wouldn't want to drop that bitch and just destroy whatever the hell this is? Oh yeah, that's a real normal reaction.
And then she sees the intelligentsia guys standing in the back of the room, so she goes after them, and everybody's freaking out and taking off.
Right.
And
they're already, yep.
She gets outside and grabs the intelligentsia dude, holds him up in the air by his shirt, and then all of a sudden, a whole group of guards surrounds her with, it almost looks like the DODC or whatever they were, Department of Damage Control. DODC.
Right. Where they showed up.
They showed up and had their weapons trained on her, and...
So it makes me think like it's an inside job for real,
And she stops what she's doing. She looks around and realizes that this isn't the right way to go about this.
Right.
She puts the guy down, puts her hands up, and that's how the episode ends.
Yep. Yeah, that is... Finally, I got something, goddammit.
So, Ralph has been wanting her to be painted as a monster.
No, I'm not trying.
This entire time. One of his complaints, which you guys even heard a couple times, is he wants her to be
Nick's about to expose this holy shit
a monster. But that's not her.
I know that's not her.
That's what makes her special.
And then this one, it's like, well, what the fuck? We just saw at the end of this episode.
And I loved that she did have that quick moment of weakness. That is actually a very plausible thing to happen.
Right, because she had to put him down and she said, hands up.
And
all right.
That was my favorite part of this whole episode, honestly, was her not going into full rage mode and not giving a damn. And stopping and being like, this isn't right.
Right. Because she could go to jail or do something.
And, you
know. It's making me think the dude who started this whole goddamn hero thing, made me think he's involved in this shit. The lawyer dude. The main dude himself.
You're about to have a cricket on you. He's just a cricket. He's by your foot. Watch your foot. Don't step on him. He's scared. Alright.
That's what the cat was eating. Well, yeah, she just said it was cricket. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how all that ends. Now, as far as predictions go, we've obviously only got one more episode. And again, this is the best episode of the season so far. They actually showed some shit go down, which is what we've needed. I am super excited to see how this all plays out because, like, there are so many different directions this game
Oh my god, there is.
I think this is going to be a more court-heavy episode.
Okay.
Because she's going to be getting arrested. She's going to be going to court.
I would say maybe for that first half. Maybe the first half, but you think probably for the whole episode, or
I don't know if it'll be the whole episode.
Okay, I'd say probably the first half, and that's probably it.
One of my predictions is I think she's going to get Matt Murdock to represent her.
Okay, so bring him back
because he's a really good lawyer.
A very good lawyer.
At least I would love to see him come back as just Matt Murdock instead of. Oh, now where'd you go? Did you hop off somewhere? You didn't step on him, did you?
No.
Okay.
I hope not.
I hope not too. Oh, he's crawling underneath my.
Okay. I was like, shit, where'd he go?
But yeah, so there's that. Some interesting things that I think could happen. I think it would be fascinating if it turned... Again, we talked about this last week. Where it turns out that the support group that she was in was really just distracting her.
Yep.
To keep her hemmed up. I think that would be interesting. I still hope that's not the way it goes because I would like to see them be more good than bad.
That's what I say. I would want to see their support. I don't want to see those villains.
She's already had enough betrayal.
Oh man,
I would hate to see another layer of betrayal.
Along with Abomination betrayal too.
Right.
Like, on the other hand, that'd be a good story. But on the other hand, I don't want to see that. I'm like, I want to see her get some help because it seems like she's really about to be. At least if I were a soldier, at least you had somebody. You ain't about that. What's your friend gonna do? Your friend is not gonna help you. She gonna put cosmetics. Right. She is not gonna. We gonna get titanium. She don't give a shit about you. You basically broke her face. In. She ain't thinking about you right now.
She broke her own face. She slipped.
She'll go.
But yeah, so I this is one of the few times I don't know what's going to happen because there's so much, and we don't even know. We know that Intelligentsia is the main villain group of what's going on, but we don't know
how far it goes. Because you said the
leader.
guards. This could be an inside job for real.
It still could be leader.
Right.
It could be Sharon Carter. It still technically could be. It could be anybody.
Contessa.
It could be Kingpin.
Right. Because right now it's somebody that just really cannot stand another Hulk being here.
I don't think it's Kingpin.
Right. We're going. Yeah. Let's roll out the.
I don't think
it's Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter. I think Sharon Carter is going to be more towards Armor Wars and things of that nature. I'm leaning personally towards the leader coming back. Obviously, last time we saw him was in the Incredible Hulk, so he's my best guess.
I'd say it had to be like a Hulk villain in a way.
But yeah, so that's like I said, that's where I'm leaning is him.
Yeah, like I said, I'm like the opposite. Like maybe Intelligentsia maybe holler to them and said, not only keep it distracted, but basically use yourself. Like, give and take. You help me, I help you. Even though we know damn well we are not about to help you. We're just going to throw you out there with She-Hulk, and if you guys get hurt, hey, you serve your purpose. There it is.
One of the things I think is going to happen at the end of this, I think the way it ends could go one of two ways. There is either going to be an epic fight between her and the Intelligentsia. I could also see this ending with the court case ending with them saying she can remain free as long as she puts on one of the power dampling collars, so that she can't become She-Hulk anymore.
I could see her being in jail too.
I could see that happening, which will leave it open for somewhere down the line.
Right, she can come back.
She can come back when she's needed.
Right, because right now, and that's that was so sucking.
That would be the worst ending.
You ever play a video game with good bad? That'd be like the worst.
Depending on how they do it, obviously.
She goes to jail, be like, well, it could be a setup. Maybe this was an Intelligentsia's thing the whole entire time. They're paying her as the bad guy.
And at the end,
setup.
At the end of the day, what does Intelligentsia have against her?
Thing.
That's what I don't know.
And I hope it ain't nothing stupid. It better be some epic shit. Why you just despise this person? Maybe she's another Hulk or something. Like, give me something, please. If it's something petty, I promise you, this episode will get a 2 out of 10. I promise you, it better be some epic shit on the reason why they just despise her. Because clearly they got guards on their back.
Right.
Because I guess they run the show on that too. I guess so. That's why I'm still thinking it could be.
No. I don't think the guards were there because of Intelligentsia.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe like.
No,
somebody did like an honest tip.
I think the DODC was there because she was there. Period.
Really? Oh, like they just showed up.
Remember, if you remember, the DODC doesn't trust superpowered individuals. That's been their whole thing this whole time.
Right.
They were in Spider-Man's face and his friends when all that shit was going down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right.
They've been going against Captain Marvel, or Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel. They've been having issues with Miss Marvel because she's got It has nothing to do with whether they're good or bad. They have superpowers.
And they go against Captain America also?
And they don't no.
Oh no, the Avengers. They went against them then. Okay.
DODC didn't actually make a real appearance as the government group that they did until Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The DODC has been around for a long time, but they were originally used just for cleaning up after crazy shit that happened.
Right, and now they're actually...
And now they're like a CIA-esque...
Right, they're in your face now.
...type group.
I thought maybe like they were... Okay, so they just showed up because she was there. Okay,
but I'm pretty sure they were close because they were like, just in case something goes... Because again, it's a superpowered individual.
Right.
You want to have people near... Well, they see it as you want to have people near them at all times because... Yeah. Now, with that being said, again, great episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the first time.
I'm a little cautious.
For the next one.
I'm cautious.
Whether or not Daredevil comes back this episode, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. No, I'm just cautious because about what Intelligence is going to do with Hulk and She-Hulk. I don't know.
I want to see where the story is going.
Right. That's why I'm cautious because it can go bad or good, man.
It could fuck around and have very huge implications on the overall thing going on in Marvel.
Yes.
It could. We don't know.
Right. That's why I'm going to pursue this with caution. But I hope this turns out to be good. I want the last episode to be good because you got me back in. Now I'm like, let's go. Where are we going now? I'm ready to see where this happens.
Right.
And they might just it's gonna be a setup. She's gonna kick everybody's asses, and then she going back to jail. You're done. Go back. Like damn.
It could end with her on the run.
Oh, she stays on the run. Oh no. Oh no. She turns into Captain America. She just stays on the run. She just nonstop can't stop moving. She just can't stop moving. Well, that's what happened at the beginning of the first Avengers.
The little guy.
I think he should be still under me. Because
No,
remember,
he was walking under my chair.
oh, he's on your chair now? Damn, he must have jumped. Damn. But I was gonna say, like, remember, like in the first Avengers, Banner was on the run constantly. So I mean,
Right.
since he was on the run, so that might, you know what? That I could see that happening. She breaks out of prison somehow, and then
I don't think. I'm hoping at the
she
end of
might
the
go
day,
to New York.
she
Just
finds
never
a
come
way
back to Los Angeles.
Legally get out of it.
Okay, I was just thinking like she may not come back to Los Angeles. She might just stay in New York. She may never come back to Los Angeles.
But yeah, so
It can go either way. This first, I think like all predictions could just go up in the air about what we could do, because you know.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was one more, and then we're gonna tear the bad boy. We're gonna tear that bitch. So,
So yeah, next week be here.
or be square.
We're gonna be talking about the
Oh.
last episode of She-Hulk. We're gonna be tearing it, and then the week after that, we'll be talking about
The last five episodes of Iron Man, and then
94
it's my
series,
turn again,
And
and-
we tier it, and then that's where he picks what we're gonna do next after that. So
It's gonna be X-Men Evolution season 2. Let's go.
we're gonna be able to get quite a bit of TV show stuff done.
Yeah, to
or-
November.
Well, even then, November we're definitely getting
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, but that's a 1 week thing.
Yeah, that's
At
it.
some point, like we're not gonna have another actual Disney Plus show or program
Until
until
Christmas, because of
early next year.
I would say no, the special. The special
Is
for
there- is that
Guardians
this year or
of
is
the
it
Galaxy.
next
Yeah, I have to check, but I thought it was this year.
it might be this year.
Right, but I think that's like the last thing is
But even still, we're not getting a full blown Disney Plus show until next year.
till next year. So we're gonna be just pulling out that bitch a lot. So
All right, guys. Thanks to everybody that hung out with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching with us.
we've been doing this for
will-
so long. We're awesome people.
We'll be back next week for the last episode of She-Hulk. So
Stay with us, people. We're awesome.
we love y'all.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
You're awesome. Watch She-Hulk. Go watch Hell.